Live stream going, and we are live. All right. Wait, is some sarcastic guy? I made rose buns. Tying them way off, hoping they'll be done before the end of service. Um, that's wonderful. By the way, I picked up something that maybe you'd be able to use it, and we'd have to coordinate, Elder. But somewhere in here, I've got a pack of. Oh, here they are. These are like rosebuds for, I guess, for cooking. Let's see if that. So sarcastic. Tell me if this is the kind of thing that you would use to make rosebuds, and if so, I'm saving them for you. So, but yes. Thank you, Mr. Wells. If the microphone happened to pick that up, then somebody, hopefully caught a joke. But no, it's been a very busy week because tomorrow I go to my 30-year reunion for high school, and they asked me to do a slideshow. You don't ask a YouTuber to make your high school retrospective slideshow. Yeah, huh?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, well, especially because I have footage from like our old talent shows that we did, and then I juxtapose that with footage or like pictures of people now, and like pictures from the last reunion where folks got a little tipsy and went dancing. So yeah.
I broke apart my insides.
No, well, that, and of course, because we graduated in the mid '90s, the soundtrack has a lot of '90s stuff in it. But I also included a bit at the end for 3 of our classmates who passed away in the interim, including, my best pal, Amy, so, I deliberately said, okay, I'm going to pull a Titanic on you and give you the hardest tearjerker I know, but it should be a lot of fun. But enough about me. Let's go ahead and, oh, how's Indiana? More legs and more eggs. Is she sleeping well? Rahima, greetings everyone from Australia. Howdy. Okay. Oh, and let's see. I'm just catching up on the comments here, but Indiana is sleeping. She's been molting, so when ducks molt, they don't lay eggs. She's probably done for the year. She actually laid more than she had last year. But she's been doing.
Next month she will be 13.
Yes, next month she'll be 13 years old.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and we're going to be bringing her with us, so hopefully a few classmates will get to meet.
And if she weren't sleeping, we'd have her in here with us. But she's sleeping. She's under wing right now.
Yeah. Now I have been taking some footage where I can of her preening, and so I'm going to try to make some little duck videos for my other channel. So if you need to take a duck break, we'll be able to do that. But
because everyone makes you say, "What the duck?" Take a duck break.
Yeah, take a duck break. Yeah, we'll hashtag it. But in the meantime, though, we're starting the. It's spring for here in temperate zones, but this would be the harvest season in the Middle East, and so this was the start of the harvest. Not only, this weekend would be when you would observe the Akitu feast, or starting, this weekend, for our neighbors that are Mesopotamian pagan, but we're kicking off with going forth of Min and Rennutet, a Feast of Rennutet, who of course protects the harvest. And so we've got Min in the form of his plaque with a ribbon that censors him for YouTube, but he's at full staff under the Bath and Body Works ribbon.
Yes, so. No part of his department has been cut.
Right. Yeah, so
he's fully staffed.
Right. So yeah, ready for harvest. And that's the thing, because a lot of folks have kind of seized on the idea of with that massive member, he's presides over human sexuality, but really is a lot more than that. Fertility in the broadest sense, and fertility in the harvest. And a viewer was kind enough to send me a book about animal worship in ancient Egypt, and I've been reading it a little bit as I can. And what's interesting is one of the things they point out in there is that an integral part of the big Feast of Men that is recorded in Medinet Habu involved a procession of a white bull, or possibly a couple of them, the Bukis bulls.
Yeah.
And those were seen as an avatar, a manifestation of men. And so his, think power and virility and all of those things. But they would be part of the procession at the Feast of Men. So, since, we can't, this would be almost a bull in a china shop. We just have to, imagine that part of it. Yeah. Although I think it would be really interesting one day if we had like a temple with a big enough grounds, to have like a couple of dwarf cattle. That would be really cool. But, that would be a lot of work. Taking care of animals is a lot of work.
Yeah. I met a miniature cow once.
Well, we saw some at the state fair a few years ago.
They're really sweet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and if I have to pause at any point, it's just because I'm, catching my breath, or I might even have to hit the inhaler at some point. Again, just to, try and fight this.
Yeah, we'll be reviewing the coffin text one way or another.
You'll be here all week.
Yay!
Dude, don't do that. I mean, I know you have more latitude to get away with that.
I'm tired and delirious. Forgive me, y'all.
Yeah, well, we both are. So you still got more sleep than I did. So. All right. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me, as Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, O Rennutet. We come unto you without falsehood, without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts, and we've cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure.
I love you, boo.
I love you too. That water actually feels really nice for me. But...
Poor baby, that means that really cold water is helping you fight a fever.
Could be. That's...
Y'all give Sharon some love, because she won't miss this no matter what she's feeling like.
Right. And there was even something else alumni related that they're doing tonight, but I told them, no, I have a live stream that I do every Fridays, and I'm not missing that. Oh, and speaking of sharing some love, we need to share some love with Yamanu, because they lost one of their kitties this afternoon. And so, Trixie kitty. And, in remembering, the blessed dead, you tell stories about them. That's something that I think is good to do. And they nicknamed that cat Bed Bath and Beyond because that cat would curl up and bathe itself and curl up to take a nap, and include sticking its butt in his face. So you had your Bed Bath and Beyond, which I think is funny and adorable. And we're really sorry that happened. It's unfortunate, but Bast must have needed the extra helper. So we ask that the Trixie have a place, on the bark, and opens up a Bed Bath and Beyond on the Bark of Millions. So.
Thank you.
Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who's tuning in with us now, has been with us in the past, and will be joining us in the future. This eye of Horus comes, and we're all purified with it. Receive the light. Okay, and do I have another? Oh, good, yes. I happen to have another grill lighter here. When you watch this month's video, well, actually, no, it's not in the video, but if you happen to go on Patreon and catch the making of for this month's video, you'll understand why I'm sitting here going, okay, do I have another grill lighter left? Because we kind of went through some. So, actually, we're going to light our candle for Rennutet. Protectress of the harvest. And Mama Sekna. She may bring peace and healing to all those who need it. And to Maches, because there are more storms coming this week, and we ask him to protect everyone who's in the path of them. Okay, and there's some wicked solar flares happening too, huh? I'll have to I have to look into that. Maybe if we get a clear night, maybe there'll be some more to come down here. But there's some condolences being passed on the on the YouTube chat. Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Thank you. Thank you all.
You arise in the Akhetis Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Min, O Rennutet, you lords and ladies of love and life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. May you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us, and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Oyenatru, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine, and may your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Oyenatru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. Its fragrance is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you and cleanses you. It adorns you and takes its place upon your hands. Oyenatru, we give to you this eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, Oyenatru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Min, O Rennutet. Drink and be pure. For the doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Min within his house, and Rennutet within her house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure for Ra Horeketi, for Min, for Rennutet, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Min, O Rennutet. Come to your bodies, O Oyenatru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these, your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Min, before Rennutet, before Ra. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Horeketi, and your son, the Osir and Nisu and Nebkepru Ra, your foes retreat from you, and Horus turns himself to his eye turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. I have a couple of date cookies on the offering plate today. And from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead, we will light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we pour these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Ore fruta henkets kakao abdus nutrin rahach kut nebet nafra wabet achet nutrin. Kawan akupu nibu machru nibu hiranachra. Voice offering, bread and beer, 1,000 beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives. Because all of these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God, including Trixie, Bed Bath & Beyond, and actor Clive Revel, who, if you're a child of the 80s, you would know him as the voice of the Emperor in, or the original voice in The Empire Strikes Back.
In Face.
Yeah, okay, so that was actually him.
Yes.
Yeah. He also was an Insecticon in the original Transformers. And
Right.
so,
Little known fact.
Huh.
He was also the original voice of Alfred on Batman the Animated Series for the first 2 episodes.
oh, wow, okay. Cool, but he was 94. So, we're sad to lose him, but, he hopefully lived a full life. And, sad we didn't get to meet him, but I know he did get to meet some of his fans, and that's good. And I got a couple of requests to remember Vincent van Gogh. I guess maybe his passing was somewhere around this time, and Leonard Cohen. But I must confess I don't remember what the significance of that name is. But that was something that one of our viewers had requested. So passing that on. And of course, we'll be remembering, my class will be remembering our classmates, Amy Madsen, Justilian Gaspard, and Tiffany Miller, Villalobos, tomorrow. So, pardon me just a second, guys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, about the partial eclipse. So what I do know about the partial eclipse is that people on the East Coast and Canada, kind of in that area, that are going to be able to see it, it'll be right around sunup.
Yeah, but they say there's going to be a tariff put on it if you look up at it. So.
Don't even get started. All I can say is, we love our Canadian friends, and we like you, as Canadians.
Yes.
And one of the reasons why I think that's important, something most people probably wouldn't think about, is down here in Louisiana, we share a common heritage with Canada, with the Francophone, the French language, heritage. A lot of people who are, ancestrally from South Louisiana, their families originally came from what's now called Nova Scotia. It was Acadiana, or it was Acadia at the time, and now Acadiana is the Louisiana part of it. And in the early to mid 20th century, that French language that we spoke down here was suppressed. Darren and I both had grandparents that got in trouble for speaking French in school. And, it was very unfortunate that happened to, the people were trying to eradicate that part of our heritage. And no culture deserves to have that. So I love the fact that, Canada is bilingual, English and French. And, my grandparents got to take their retirement trip, and one of the places they went was Quebec. And I'm sure they had a great time being able to speak in French and understand people and be understood. So, that deserves to stay as it is. So that's the most I will say about that. And like I said, it's something that I bet most people wouldn't even think about. So. But now we come unto you, excuse me. Come unto you as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your cause shall live. Truly, your Aeneid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Aeneid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. The Svet is cast out by your word. The rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay, just a second. Okay, yeah, okay. Oh, hello, Jordan Similgray Laurent. My mom's first language was Louisiana Creole. They did the same thing to her also. Homa Indians in Louisiana speak a special version of French mixed with Choctaw. Yeah, and you know what? There's actually there's some customs for All Saints Day, basically, that are unique to a certain part of South Louisiana, and it is a blend of French Catholic and Choctaw traditions. So yeah, that's and there's a specific name for the day, but I'd have to go and find bookmarks in order to find it again. But yeah, it's part of that wonderful blend of the American Indian and Indigenous American and the French Creole traditions. But and
glad you're here, by the way.
Yeah. But okay, and there's Spicy Beans. Can we pray for the people in Asia who are affected by the earthquake? Yes, there was an earthquake in Myanmar. Of course, in my mind, I still remember, when Myanmar used to be called Burma, I know there were no ruby crystal mines there.
We checked.
Yeah, well, if you get that, then you're a child of the 80s.
Yeah.
But no, the massive earthquake there, and the fires that they've been having in South Korea have there was a 1,300-year-old Buddhist temple that burned.
Oh.
Yeah, and there were some artifacts from it that I think they had managed to get to safety, and there was a bell that cracked but survived. But it's very sad because Korea has a very special place in Buddhist history because Buddhism traveled from China to Korea and then from Korea to Japan.
Wow.
Yeah. And I know about that because the Japanese Buddhist teacher Nichiren wrote about this, and that the kingdom was called Pekche at the time, and there was the emperor's son, Prince Shotoku, I think, who patronized the Buddhist monks and emissaries that came from what's now Korea. And so that's an important part in the history of the spread of Buddhism. So we're sad to see that go, but hopefully, they're. We also want to express concern for the people there, and voice offerings for those that perished in these natural disasters, and may help come quickly to those that need it. So.
There's a lot of things going on all over the world right now as far as natural disasters.
Yes. And excuse me. Sarcastic, I see your question. Hit me up in a PM and I'll see what I can do about that. But just be patient with me, because especially tomorrow I'm likely to be slower responding, because I'm going to be reminiscing and
the chances of you responding tomorrow are near zero.
Yeah, I'm going to be a little preoccupied.
Please don't ask her to, y'all. Right. This is her day.
All right, listen, I'm going to read the prayers. I'm going to read our prayer for Min and for Rennutet. And then I'm going to, before we do the cookies and everything, I'm going to share a story. One of our favorite stories from that class, something that actually happened. And I don't think I've shared it before, and I think you guys will get a kick out of it. But let's remember, we're celebrating the gods first, and then, we'll tell a story, and hopefully, they know it already, I'm sure, but it's always good for a laugh. So, and we will be celebrating Min again a little later next month. So. Adoration to Min, to Horus praise, he with his arm upraised. Hail Min in his going forth, lofty of plumes, son of Osiris, born of Isis, great in the dual shrines, mighty in Ipu, Oyu of Gebju, Horus the strong-armed, lord of reverence who brings pride to silence, sovereign of the gods, fragrant when he comes from Midja land, Oyu of Utent, hail and praise. And here we go. Now my prayer for Rennutet is not in the main book, because that's something that I put together after I publish that. But when I do whenever I do a revision, it's going to go in there. But, hail unto you, Rennutet, the good, mistress of life, lady of sustenance, lady of the granary, flourishing in the good place, being the storeroom, foremost of the best goods, foremost of the finest foods, Rennutet, who embellishes the storeroom, flourishing Rennutet, Rennutet Wajit, who makes all lands green, Rennutet Serket, who locks up serpents in the limits of her house. Hail, good Rennutet, the appeased one. Oh, and while we're here, I'll include our prayer to Mahas. Hail and praise unto you, O raging lion, scarlet lord, flashing and thundering god, lord of darkness and winds, one who acts swiftly, great god who listens, most glorious Mahas, O son of mighty Sekhmet, Protect us from every evil. Lord of slaughter, protect those who are innocent. Hear our prayers and defend us as you defend Ra from his wicked foes. Yes, and somebody mentioned the folks that got a little too much rain in South Texas, to the tune of nearly 20 inches in some places.
Man.
Yeah.
That was over near Corpus Christi and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, the extreme south part of it, yeah, from Corpus Christi down through Brownsville and all that. And of course, my question is, how about the folks on the Mexico side? You know, are they okay too? You know, so because you know, weather does not observe, you know, boundaries that are established by people. You know, so I hope that they're okay too. But okay, real quick before we go to the next part. Something that actually happened, and I'll see if I can get to where I can kind of see you guys a little bit. Well, hopefully, not. I'm on a cheap stool from, like, you know, the Dollar Tree, and hopefully I didn't crack it. But true story of something that happened in my class. You had a junior and a senior. Two innocent, you know, kids that, you know, were kind of sheltered at home and get to a residential high school. So, you know, there's RAs and teachers, but there's no parents there. And so there's plenty of time for people to, you know, mess around and do whatever. And a lot of, you know, innocent sheltered kids kind of got unleashed. I was one of them in a different kind of way, but these two went from being, you know, sweet and innocent kids to the PDA king and queen, that being, you know, public display of affection. And pretty soon everybody had their own stories about, yeah, you know, I saw it. And see, what's really funny was the gal, her nickname was George. And I don't know how it got, she was not trans. That's just what her nickname was. And, you know, so David and George became the thing. And everybody had some story. Yeah, I saw David and George making out over, you know, this, that, or other spot on campus. Well, I guess they decided they wanted to elope. So one weekend, we didn't have a homecoming. We had a winter formal. So that weekend, they decided to take off on bicycle. And initially they were missed when, you know, the RAs went to count noses at the, you know, end of the evening, because, you know, on weekends it was like, I can't remember if it was 10 o'clock or if it was at midnight on weekends, but it wasn't until the next day that they figured out, hey, where are David and George? They're missing. They were missing for 4 days. Now, this is in a time before you had cell phones, before there was GPS and internet, you know, like that was not tied to landlines. So I don't know how they put the APB out, you know, all points bulletin on, you know, these two missing teenagers. But there was a sign that somebody had printed up, and one of my classmates saved this, you know, has them, you know, missing, gives their descriptions. If you have any information. And of course, we were thinking, I remember telling some friends, yeah, they're probably, you know, making out in the bushes somewhere. They're camped out somewhere on campus. We'll find them. They did find them in Hemp Hill, Texas, which is a good stretch from where we were in central Louisiana. So that became, you know, our meme, you know, before it was, you know, called memes, you know. That's what we had was, you know, yeah, they did that. And of course they were put on in-house suspension for the rest of the year. They ended up going back to their old high schools to graduate there. And what my snarky classmates decided to do was made that the theme for Sadie Hawkins a couple of months later. You know, actually it was in March of 1995. We had our Sadie, and it was Sadie Goes West. And so they had like a big, the backdrop for all the pictures was like a road going into a sunset, and they had a bicycle. And so all the couples were posing around the bicycle and taking pictures. So that was our story of something crazy that a couple of kids did there. And apparently there are administrators still at the school now that scare the RAs and the other prospective staff by telling them stories about those two kids, about David and George. So, yeah, we're going to be getting our jokes in about that, you know, tomorrow, because as one of my classmates said, it was funny then and it's funny now. So these are the kind of people I went to school with.
Did they
No, they did not. That is the funny thing. Now, George actually lives in the same city I do, and she married somebody else. And I saw her about 15, a little more than that, years ago. They have a bakery here in town, and they make king cakes and fun stuff like that. So, totally, demure, settled down kind of thing. And I heard from David on Facebook once, like, late double aughts, and then he kind of disappeared. So who knows?
Maybe he's in Hemphill.
No, I doubt that. See, the thing is, his father was a professor, and he spent a lot of time in Europe. So he's, when your parents are so intelligent and so intellectual that you kind of miss out on a lot of the cultural touchstones of your generation. It kind of puts you at a disadvantage when it comes to interacting with other people. There were jokes I had to explain to him because he didn't get them, and he kind of thought I had a violent streak, and I'm like, no, I don't know. I'd have to leave it to others to judge, but I have footage on the video I made that shows. When my classmates do an act that's parodying Reservoir Dogs, the Quentin Tarantino movie, I wasn't the only person who was edgy there. Trust me.
They were edge beating.
And it's only because of our adopted son that we understand.
Yes, I was stuck in the middle with you.
Okay. That's an hour for Richard on the high side. Okay, Gabriel's asking, could I please have a prayer for my job that they'll offer me stable hours to be able to support myself, please? Absolutely. And I love Deluxe. I have to ask you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll definitely ask. We're asking our protectress of the harvest and our Lord of fertility and the increase of the land. We ask them to bring some stability and some increase for Gabriel and all those who are trying to find some stability and to build their own stores. So we ask you if you would please bless them and bless all of us as we try to make the most out of what we have. So let's
actually decided that it was a good idea that we were making a prayer for somebody to help you with your livelihood, your income.
Mm-hmm.
That Rennutet was a good one to land on.
Yeah. Okay. And in that vein, let's go ahead and see what advice they have for us this week. We had a twofold one last week, being that your heart will have a capacity for love and your endeavors will look fruitful. And may that continue. And Gabriel, may your endeavors be fruitful as well. And Spicy Phoenix and other folks who mentioned that. But let's see what they have for us this week. And, of course, anyone who's tuning in after the fact, this will be for you as well. Oh, wow, that one rang the bulb. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That could be a good sign. Invest in quality clothing that makes you feel confident. Well, anyone who might be looking for, to expand their employment or something, make sure you've got good interview clothes. But invest in quality. Yeah, dress for the job you want. Well, I will tell you this. I am going to be wearing. A lot of folks are going to be dressed really nice. I'm going to be wearing a T-shirt tomorrow, but I'm going to be wearing a T-shirt for my animation character, And I'll tell them I'm promoting my brand. But in that regard, yes, quality clothing that makes you feel confident. Whatever that is. If you don't feel confident in heels, don't wear heels. Heels are awful anyway. Oh, Darren's sitting over here going, oh, damn. So, okay. Thank you for a good help. Absolutely. Okay, and I see our cookie requests. Okay. Oh, hey, Ashley. Ashley, when you get a chance, you might want to rewind a little bit and catch that story that I told about the kids from my high school. We're having a reunion for this weekend because I think you'll enjoy it. But we're going to pick up with Robin Penn and go from there. And so I'll have to catch up on the chat as I go along through the cookies. So Robin Penn. Robin, keep an open heart and a keen eye for opportunities. They are all around you. Keep an open heart and a keen eye for opportunities. They are all around you. So, Robin, that was for you. Next is Love Deluxe. Love is the foundation of all things. Love Deluxe. Love is the foundation of all things. Thrilo. Thrilo. You'll find yourself in exciting new places. Hopefully none of them are Hemp Hill, Texas. But you'll find yourself in exciting new places. Okay, Spicy Phoenix from Bastet. Embrace Mondays as a fresh start to chase your aspirations. So, Spicy Phoenix. Embrace Mondays as a fresh start to chase your aspirations. Okay. All right, Eladita. Okay, see, you weren't able to get the icon, but I read cookie, so. Eladita. Or Eludida. You'll have to correct me on that one. All right, Eludida. Keep your focus on the journey, not just the destination. Keep your focus on the journey, not just the destination. So you know what they say, the thrill is in the journey. Yeah, it's funny. As I recall, when they found my two classmates, one of them complained about being sunburned. So, but speaking of the, it's all about the journey. Oh, so Ashley Spradley asking from Anapu, and then Lisa G also from Anapu. So we're going to ask Anapu, starting with Ashley. The one who gives should not remember. The one who receives should not forget. So, Ashley, the one who gives should not remember. The one who receives should not forget. So, give without expectation, but receive with gratitude. So that's for Ashley, and then Lisa G. Again, asking Anapu. Create your own opportunities. Don't wait for them. Lisa G. Create your own opportunities. Don't wait for them. And remember, dress for the job you want. Okay, Astra in the Discord. Let's go ahead and, since there's just that one request, we'll get Astra and then B and then Aloni. And also, can I get one from my mom? Absolutely. Oh. Come on. Here we go. So for Astra, be prepared to face your fears and conquer them. That's for Astra. Be prepared to face your fears and conquer them. And I feel like the message is, have courage, you can do this. But you've got to face it, whatever it is. That's an unusually direct message. Be prepared to face your fears and conquer them. So pass that on for Astra. Next is B. Your positive outlook will attract even more blessings into your life. B, your positive outlook will attract even more blessings into your life. You have to prepare for success, and that includes mentally. You keep a positive outlook, and that will attract even more blessings. So that was for B. Next is Aloni from Set and Jehuti, and then for your mom. So Jehuti and Set are kind of behind Min, so we're going to ask them. First one for Aloni. A deep and meaningful conversation with your close friend will lead to a breakthrough. So, Aloni, a deep and meaningful conversation with your close friend will lead to a breakthrough. Now, you asked for one for your mom, so that's coming up next. The greatest quality is seeking to serve others. The greatest quality is seeking to serve others. And I don't know, this will make more sense to you, but I'm sensing something about the two of you need to be able to connect. And that this is talking about the two of you with each other. If that resonates with you, then, I guess pass that on. But there might be someone else or something else that you know of that's more pertinent to. But for your mom, the greatest quality is seeking to serve others. Okay. And then Zephyr's lavender stone from Big Red Sutach or Abba Anapu, Father Anapu. So for Zephos from Set and Anapu. Zephos, you will look back on this moment and smile. You will look back on this moment and smile. I get the sense that this, is in regard to some things that are going to work out. So you will look back on this moment and smile. Okay. Twisted silence from whomever decides to be from. And just I'm just kind of catching up on the comments here, but all right, so yeah, twisted silence and then one eye. Twisted silence. Relationships are like investments. The more you put in, the greater your return. Relationships are like investments. The more you put in, the greater your return. And I get the sense that there's some people that need to hear from you. They need, they need you. So put the time in, and you will get more from the relationship in return. So now for one eye. Here we go. You are a gift to the world. Share your light. One eye, you are a gift to the world. Share your light. And the sense that I'm getting is just be yourself and let people see that authentic self, and that's special, and that's what you were put here to be, is yourself. Okay. Rayuta de Leon. And Hatato, may I have a cookie, please? Absolutely. And Sean Rowland. And then Kyle Hinojosa. Okay, wonderful. Absolutely. And Zephyrus, you're welcome. So, yeah. So starting with Rayito de Leon. Oh, Rayito, you got a voicemail. So you got two. Yes, and there's a 90s soundtrack that keeps switching over in my head because I was using, some music for this video that I put together. And I can't show that one to you guys, and part of it's because, there's music copyrights, all that stuff, but later I'll tell you what songs I was using. Rayito, trying to make sure I enunciate and say that right. Be prepared to cherish moments with loved ones, and you'll find yourself in exciting new places. Be prepared to cherish moments with loved ones. You'll find yourself in exciting new places. And I'm getting the sense that it's important that you spend some time with some people while you can. And, hopefully you'll have lots of time with them, but make the most out of all of it. Be prepared to cherish moments with loved ones, and you'll find yourself in exciting new places. So next is Sean Rowland, seeking insight from Set, and then Kyle Hinojosa. So Sean Rowland, Set, we've got another one for you. You will live a healthy life. Sean Rowland, you will live a healthy life. If you've been making good changes lately, keep it up. You will live a healthy life. And Kyle, and then for Marriage Weapaway. So. Kyle Hinojosa, your talents and skills will shine in September. Your talents and skills will shine in September. And Marriage Weapaway, I was thinking about you earlier in the weekend when I was reading a little bit in that book on animal worship that another viewer gifted me with. They actually mailed it to Starscream, which was really fun. So I'm like, Starscream, I'm borrowing your book. And there was a section in there talking about excavations and research that was done in Asyut, which, of course, that's the modern name of the town that was seat of worship for Weppawet. Well, apparently there was a temple for Weppawet and one for Anubis. And they would have a procession that went back and forth for a festival. And there are stela that were found in the cemetery there. And I'm trying to remember when they said those dated to. It was sometime in the New Kingdom, I believe. And they showed pictures of people, paying homage. So, of course, they've got the hands in the dua, or actually it would be, I think the dua pose. And you see the standard for Weppawet, but you actually see jackals drawn more naturalistically underneath the standard. And there are references to feeding the jackals that dwell in this particular area of the region, and specifically saying, "I fed the jackals, of this land, for love of the Ba that is within them, the powerful Ba that is within them. So in other words, you had people who considered it an act of faith to go and feed the animals, as a way of expressing devotion to Wepawet and to Anubis. So all of you folks that take care of your dogs, that feed the animals and things like that, for Anapu and for Wepawet, there is legitimate ancient precedent for what you're doing. So I wanted to share that. So now it's time for your fortune, your message from the jackals. Your success will bring you happiness and fulfillment. So, Married Wepawet, your success will bring you happiness and fulfillment. So, best of luck. Oh, okay. Okay, Gabriel. You know what? Let me see if I got yours. I might have missed it. In which case, I'm scrolling back through the comments. In which case, I will pull it for you right now. Oh yeah. So please do not feed wild coyotes, though. Yeah. Yeah, because then they'll figure out, oh, hey, we can come here for food, and if you forget to leave something out, they'll help themselves to whatever, I'm sure. Yeah, don't feed the wild animals, but the things that we do, like wildlife rescues, pet rescues, all those things, you're still doing good work. You're still serving the jackals. So, Gabriel, let's get you a fortune. Let your dreams light up your life's path. So, Gabriel, let your dreams light up your life's path. And remember, in the immortal words of Optimus Prime, hold on to your dreams. The world was built on dreams. Let your dreams light up your life's path. So, okay, if anyone else has a request for a fortune, go ahead and put that up there. If you can put the icon, that's great. It doesn't always translate, very well, but I'll make sure that I, check. And we'll go ahead and wrap up. Let me try to. I'm going to have Blister in the Sun by Violent Femmes. Hey Jealousy by the Gin Blossoms. Those are going to be stuck in my head for a little while because those were in my video. And there was an act that I did at one of our talent shows to Come Out and Play by The Offspring. And I put that in there. So let's see. Sarcastic, I need to get you your fortune too, though. And absolutely. Yeah. And and it's yes, go after your dreams, and even if they evolve, that's still okay. You're remember Kepri is the evolver. That's it's part of nature. So yeah, let me get sarcastic. And goodness, what was this? Sean, and I knew you'd asked for yours, and let me see where it was in here. Okay, it was before. So. Okay. Yeah. So that was Gabriel, and then see, I put them in order so I can go back, in case somebody miss. So we went from let's see, Gabrielle, then married Wepawet, then Kyle Hinojosa, and then Sean. So no, the fourth one back from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You will live a healthy life. So, and now for sarcastic. And I do think sometimes if I miss somebody, that was, perhaps a subtle nudge from them, wait, I want to give this to them, then. So, snarky, sarcastic, excuse me. A lifetime of supportive mentors will nurture your talents. A lifetime of supportive mentors will nurture your talents. And that's wonderful. I have to say that immediately makes me think of mine, and I miss him very much. Different one. Just ask for a second one. Okay, well. All right. Well, usually I don't do that, but let's. Because then I'd be like we could be here like doing second rounds for lots of folks. But I tell you for this one time, I'll pull another one for you, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. So like I said, if anybody's got any other requests for prayers and things like that, just put those up there in the chat, and then we'll wrap up for the evening. Got a couple more things to do before we catch some sleep before heading off to Reunion Land tomorrow. But Sean, your luck is through the roof this month. See, because you got a second fortune. Your luck is through the roof this month. So, alrighty. Hang on, just. Tomorrow we can drive around this town and let the cops chase us around. I'm sure you can find that on YouTube very easily, but if I confused anyone with music that's before your time. I tell you what was really funny was our adopted son came in at one point while I was working on this video, and I guess he had never seen someone in drag before, because that was in one of the videos that I was editing into there, one of the talent show videos. You had a guy who was doing Madonna from the Vogue tour. So, the suit and the bullet bra and all that, which, again, I'm sure that's on YouTube somewhere. But he had never seen a dude dress in something like that and really rock it. And he was mesmerized. He's like, is that a dude? I'm like, yes, it is. That's the kind of thing I love is someone who is too young to have gotten it, and the reactions that they have are really priceless. It really kind of puts you into place and gives you a little bit of perspective. So. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost in the great in need, endures. May they endure, as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shenit in Yunu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Asat in Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutech in Nibet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Chmenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Aket endures likewise for eternity. You've come in peace, O Ra. You've come in peace, O Min, O Rennutet. You've come in peace, O Yanochuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Min, O Rennutet, O Yanochuru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Okay. And again, if anybody had any other requests, I won't, sign off until we've gotten everybody. So. Oh, prayers for my reunion and for health. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and actually, did I tell you, I found the Jedi Reiki manual. Oh, that is awesome. I guess DM me on the Discord with that. It's because Darren wants to see that. And Gabriel says, a prayer please to allow me the strength to make my hopes and dreams a reality and to go after them with vigor and gusto. And fun with the reunion. Thank you. Yes, okay, Lisa G. Yeah, you must be close to my age. Okay, Spicy King Express for my sister is coming close to her due date in a little over a month, please. And Ella did, I have been having some problems, so please pray to Rennutet to help me with those. And Lisa G offers prayers for Gabriel, Spicy Phoenix's sister, Ella Dita. So, yeah, and we want to ask Tauret, Lady Tauret, to please look after your sister, keep her safe through these final weeks, and ask, Aset, and Bess, that the child may come forth into the light of day at their proper time, and a safe delivery for both mother and child. And I'm going to see who else. Gabriel for courage, and I'm going to ask Aset as well because she's the clever woman whose tongue fails not. She is a confident speaker, and may she have a steadying hand at your back when you go to ask for the things that you need, and go, give you the subtle push to make your dreams a reality. And who else? And Elidita, I'm having some problems. We asked Rennutet to give Elidita a hand. And it's funny, we have her pictured here as a cobra, but Darren has seen Rennutet and said that he had a dream about her, and she morphed from that cobra into a beautiful, dark-haired Middle Eastern woman who had a table filled with good food. And so, I hope that she smiles and brings you a table of blessings. So, and thank you guys for the love and the best wishes for our reunion tomorrow. That should be, a lot of fun and a lot more incriminating pictures. Because, I had fun with pictures of people, like I said, a little tipsy and dancing. So, looking forward to more of that.
And thank you all for your prayers and well wishes. Yeah.
Wish we could all be together and celebrate at a temple in person. Absolutely. And you know what? That's one of my dreams, is to try and make that happen. So I'm with you on that. And if we put our hearts and prayers together on that, one day it's going to happen. So in the meantime, I hope everyone has a great week and lots of love. Thank you for all the well wishes, and back at you, all of you. And we'll see you again, next Friday. And yes, and in case you didn't hear, Yamana also passed on thanks for the condolences for Trixie Kitty. And here's to better tidings ahead. So lots of love, guys. Yes, and you know what? It is officially 5 years since we've started doing this, because it was in March during the pandemic, and I like to think that was something good that came out of it.
Yes. It seems like 5 years, really, does it?
Yeah, but it has been. It's been 5 years. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a great week. And a great day. Hang on, I'm just typing this out. Join us next Friday. And I'll hopefully be better rested and not seem delirious. Thank you, guys. See you guys next week.